Well, hello everybody and welcome to the third part of my Christmas series. In case you haven't seen the other two parts, in part 1 I have been building Santa's sleigh, in part 2 I have been building Santa's workshop, and now I figured it would be just appropriate to build something for Mrs. Claus, right? So, for this third part I am building Mrs. Claus's cabin. And you will notice in the background of this video that you can actually see the other two parts. So there is Santa's workshop and also Santa's sleigh in the background. So if that gets you a little bit curious, and in case you haven't seen the videos, I'll definitely link them down below, so make sure to check them out. So yeah, as I said, after having two builds for Santa himself, I decided that now is time to build something for Mrs. Claus, because I figured Mrs. Claus is quite an important character in the Christmas business, I guess, and in my imagination she would be the one for everyone to come home to or to come to with their problems, because I mean obviously elves have problems too and they have personal lives too, and Santa has as well, I guess, and I don't know, maybe she will take care of the reindeers and just take care of the elves and everyone and be a little bit of motherly figure. And yeah, so I decided to build something that represents that. And my goal here was to make it quite homey and Christmassy too, obviously. But I wanted it to be more like an actual cabin, as you can tell from the title, and a little bit more rustic and with a lot of wood and very warm and homey, as I said, and kind of that you get the feeling when you walk in that you're right at home and you can just take your shoes off and feel at home and be comfortable. That was what I wanted to achieve here. So here I'm already done pretty much with the shell, and for the shell I wanted it to look a little bit angular and to have lots of small areas, like small little nooks where you can just be cozy and sit and watch like look outside the window and watch all the Christmas trouble and get some time away from it and just watch it from a distance, basically. And yeah, that's what I wanted to do here. So there's two of these small little towers where you can actually sit. You will see later on in the video. And actually it's 3 towers, but yeah, you will see. And for the wallpaper, obviously it's going to be on the same lot as the other two builds, which is because I will need that for the last part of the series, but you will see this in a week, so stay tuned for that. And for the wallpaper, I wanted it to obviously incorporate into or like look nicely in the environment and match everything, but I didn't want it to be all matchy and use all the same things. So I decided to go for mainly wood on the outside to resemble this cabin feel. And I used the wallpaper from Island Living, I think the wood wallpaper, which looks a little bit like older and lived in, I guess. So yeah, that's what I used. I thought it looked very nice for this purpose. And also another brick wallpaper. I don't remember what pack it's from. I think it might be Cats and Dogs, but I might be wrong, totally wrong. So don't quote me on that. So yeah, I decided to do a little bit different for this house because I wanted it to stand out a little bit and be just a little bit different. And it's more brownish from the outside. Also the roof color is brown and not red like the other one, but you don't see this now anyway. So yeah, it's all covered in snow. But yeah, that's what I was trying to do. And on the inside, first I wanted to do just one floor, so just the ground floor, and I wanted it just to have like a bedroom and a living and kitchen area and a bathroom. But then I decided because there was the space, because I built the towers and I made it a little bit more, because of the roofing, I wanted it to look a little bit more, higher. So there was the first floor was there, and then I thought, okay, the elves, when they come over, maybe they are exhausted from work and maybe they don't just want to chat and drink some tea or have a nice meal. Maybe they actually want to get some rest and have a nap or whatever. So I decided to build a second floor, or the first floor, and make it just for the elves, like sort of like a relaxing area. And also I built a bedroom there as well, and they have a little bathroom there, and so just a place for them where they can relax and get away just a little bit from all the trouble. So but now we are on the ground floor, and here in this area I actually wanted to build a small, like a built-in kind of little closet. I don't know the English term actually. Sometimes if you walk in, there's into the front door, there's like a little built-in something where you can just put your shoes and hang your coats and whatever. And I wanted to do this there, so I used the tool mod by Twisted Mexi, as always. Links in the description. I can highly recommend it. And I used that for this shelf from base game. It's just a basic wooden shelf in the, I think, the darkest brown swatch. And I just turned them on a 90-degree angle and resembled like, I don't know, just to make it look like a shelf unit that's built in. So that's what I was trying to achieve here. And also the these shoe racks that we have, I think they came with base game. They are great. I love them. I use them all the time, but they have these weird like metallic feet or whatnot on the sides, and these rolls, and I think it just looks awful. And the wooden shelves are so nice, and the shoes are very nice too, so I love using them, but I wanted to cover that up. So that's what I did there, and just decorated with some Christmassy stuff. And then I moved over to the kitchen area, and I was trying to, well, it's all open. The living and kitchen area is open, so I wanted it to look like there is like a kitchen area, but it's not really separated from the living area, but just a little bit. So I used these. I think they are from Discover University. I don't know exactly what you called it, but it's really, I have no idea what to call it. It's these decorative things where you can, I think it's kind of like a half wall, just with for decoration purposes actually. I don't know what it's for exactly, but I used that. It's not even from the debug catalog. I didn't even notice that we had that before, but it kind of worked perfectly because I wanted to cover up the counters. And I tried putting in some half walls, but they weren't at the right place, and obviously you cannot move them with holding Alt and just move the wall freely. That doesn't work. So I wanted it to be a little bit more open, the kitchen area, and have a little bit more space to it. So I decided to use those to cover up the counters. And then I used this wooden, well, I don't know, pillar maybe, or it's just like a wooden stick, whatever you want to call it, from the debug catalog. And I just sized it up once and made it appear like like a pillar. And I couldn't use an actual pillar because it's the same thing. You cannot just move them anywhere you want. So I used this one, and I think it turned out quite nicely. And then I just have a round table with some chairs. I think the table's from Jungle Adventures, and the chairs might be from base game in the kitchen. And just decorated it a little bit. The windows I decorated with a lot of garlands, and tried to make them Christmassy and sparkly and all that jazz. So and then for the living area, if you want to call it that. It's quite small down here. There's actually just a couch and some these poofs. I think there's 2. And then you have like this little basket with the blankets, and also you have this kind of thing for magazines. And yeah, it's not a lot of space, but I wanted it to look very cozy and just like a place where you want to just curl up into and take a magazine and relax and take some time to read and yeah, just get away from all the trouble. So that's what I was trying to do here. And the couch, actually, I think it's from Outdoor Retreat. And actually, I used quite a lot of objects from that pack because they look, they have this wooden undone kind of look to it. And I thought that would be perfect because that was exactly what I was going for this build, to make it look kind of like they built everything themselves. And yeah, I think this kind of makes it look very homey and very unique and just cozy. And yeah, and the swatch also, I love that swatch with the flannel print or swatch. The red flannel, I love that. I thought that was exactly what I was going for. And then I used the rug from Snowy Escape, which I just love. I said that in the last video, and I just love this rug. I think it's just perfect. I was hoping that we get this kind of rug for such a long time, and I have to really watch myself to not use it everywhere in every single build all the time, because I just love it that much. And yeah, that's basically the living and kitchen area. And now I'm moving on to the bedroom, which this is kind of like Mrs. Claus's bedroom, but also I thought this might be the house or the cabin that she and Santa also kind of live in. I mean, obviously they live all in this area everywhere, but this might be the house where they actually come home to after work. And she is there all the time, but he just comes there after work. So I wanted it to be kind of like a bedroom for both of them. And yeah, it's a little bit more cozy as well. And we have this little seating area, which I told you about in the beginning, where you can just sit and look outside the window. And then the bed is also from Outdoor Retreat, and there everything's a little bit more green. And yeah, that's basically it. There's nothing really more to it. And now we're also already in the first floor, and here I'm building this small like bedroom for the elves, and I made these stacked, or what's it called, like these stacked beds, bunk beds, yeah. And they're not usable. I mean, they are. The lower beds are usable, of course, but the upper ones unfortunately aren't. I wanted to use platforms initially to make it usable, but the space just was too small, so I decided to just go for this kind of look for just visual purposes. And it looks kind of nice. And still there's 3 beds, and there's 1 bed downstairs as well, so you can have 5 Sims in there. And well, I thought that was plenty anyway. So yeah, I thought that looked quite nice and cute and cozy. And there's just sleeping area there, nothing more. And then here we have this what I told you about earlier as well, this little chill out, relax area for the elves on the first floor. And obviously they have a Christmas tree, and they have a lot of presents there because they get presents as well. And I figured when they get presents, it might be there because yeah, they will have it like a family too, I guess. So it's a little bit more small, and not, the workshop is more like the working space, and this is more like the home space, I figured. And yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And I decided to go for red and green just to mix it up a little bit. And I used these armchairs from, I'm pretty sure they're from Cats and Dogs. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And I just love them because they have this blanket over the lean, and it looks, I love the blanket, and it looks so nice and cozy. And then I have just a couple couches, and that's basically it for the interior. And for the decoration on the outside, the Christmas decoration, I used this decorating basket from I'm pretty sure it's Seasons, and it's a shame because the roofs, I had to I don't know how to say it, I had to size them down just a little bit. You cannot make the roof too sharp, that it can't have like too much of a curve, I guess, and because if it does, the fairy lights won't cover all the roof, and I didn't want that. So I just had to lower the roof a little bit. And then I put some more decorations myself, put some more like fairy lights, some of the colorful fairy lights, and some garlands and all that jazz. And then I'm just putting some Christmas decoration, these nutcrackers, which I love, and some of these glowy snowmen, and a Christmas tree, of course, and some presents, and make it all look quite festive. And that's basically it. I'm just putting some lights to light everything up and make it look very nice at night and nice and sparkly. And I love these little snowmen that just light up in the dark. And that's already it. We're already going towards the end. And I hope you like this build. I hope you like that I built something for Mrs. Claus. And in case you haven't seen the first two, as I said, I will be sure to link them down below. So definitely check them out, and stay tuned for the last part of my Christmas series, which is coming out next week. So have an eye out for that. And thank you so much for watching and sticking around until the end, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!